Deep beneath the quiet farmlands of the central United States, nearly 1,000 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean, an ancient force lies in silence. It stretches invisibly across 5 American states, and when it awakens, it will not shake just one city. It will shake the entire nation. This is the New Madrid seismic zone, one of the most dangerous earthquake systems on Earth, and most Americans don't even know it exists. Running more than 200 kilometers through southeastern Missouri and slicing through Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois, this fault system sits in the very center of the North American tectonic plate, far from any plate boundary where earthquakes are supposed to occur. And that is exactly what makes it so terrifying. For centuries, scientists believed that only the edges of tectonic plates could produce massive earthquakes. New Madrid breaks every rule. The danger here does not come from colliding plates. It comes from internal stresses locked inside the continent itself, slowly building pressure that has nowhere to escape until it explodes. The story of this hidden monster begins more than 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period, when the Earth's continents were still tearing themselves apart. Back then, deep fractures ripped through the crust beneath what is now the American Midwest, forming massive underground rifts, permanent scars in the planet's structure. Those scars never healed. Over millions of years, thick sediments from the ancient Mississippi River buried these fractures under layers of sand, clay, and water-soaked soil. This created one of the most unstable underground environments on the continent. And when earthquakes strike here, the ground does something far more dangerous than crack. It liquefies. Entire neighborhoods can turn into flowing mud in seconds, swallowing buildings, roads, and bridges as if they never existed. But the true warning came not from science. It came from history. Between December 1811 and February 1812, the New Madrid Fault unleashed one of the most violent earthquake sequences ever recorded in the United States. 3 massive earthquakes, each estimated between magnitude 7.5 and 8.0, tore through the heart of the country. The ground rolled like ocean waves. Forests erupted from the soil. Entire sections of land sank permanently. The Mississippi River itself was forced to flow backward. Witnesses described a terrifying underground roar moments before the shaking, like the sound of an approaching train beneath the earth. The air filled with sulfur, the sky turned dark. Church bells rang on their own in cities more than 1,300 kilometers away. People were thrown from their beds in the middle of the night. Animals fled in blind panic. Massive cracks opened in the ground, swallowing homes, crops, and entire communities. Boats navigating the Mississippi were hurled onto dry land or dragged into violent whirlpools as the riverbed collapsed beneath them. And when the shaking finally ended, the world they knew was gone forever. New lakes had formed. Rivers had shifted their paths. What is now Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee exists only because the land collapsed during those earthquakes and filled with river water. Even today, geologists can still find the scars, enormous sand blows where liquefied soil burst violently to the surface, stretching across miles of farmland. These are not myths. They are physical proof of what this fault is capable of. Yet today, almost no one is prepared. Modern cities now stand on top of the same unstable ground that shattered the continent 2 centuries ago. Hospitals, power plants,
highways, millions of homes. And here's the most alarming part. In the highest risk counties along the New Madrid Fault, earthquake insurance coverage has collapsed. In the year 2000, more than 60% of homeowners were insured. By 2024, that number fell to just 10%. That means nearly 90% of residents in the most dangerous zone are completely unprotected. No safety net, no financial recovery, no realistic plan for what comes after. Officials have already warned that if a major New Madrid earthquake were to strike today, the economic damage could exceed hundreds of billions of dollars. Recovery could take decades. Entire regions could be abandoned.
And the fault is still active. Deep beneath layers of soil, rock, and memory, stress continues to build, unseen, unheard, and unstoppable. Every single year, hundreds of small tremors ripple silently through these ancient fractures. Most are too weak to be felt on the surface, but each one is a reminder that this system is not dead, it is only sleeping. Beneath quiet towns, highways, farms, schools, and entire cities, pressure continues to accumulate. The same pressure that once made rivers reverse their flow. The same pressure that once tore forests from the soil and reshaped the heart of a continent in a single night. Nothing down there has been resolved. Nothing has been released. The earth is only waiting. And that is the most frightening truth of all. The terrifying reality is not if the New Madrid seismic zone will unleash another major earthquake, it is when. There will be no distant warning sirens, no visible countdown in the sky, no borders that stop the shaking. When it happens, the destruction will not be local. It will not be confined to one city. It will not be limited to one state. It will be national. Power grids could collapse across multiple regions. Transportation networks could fail in minutes. Hospitals could be overwhelmed instantly. Communication systems could go dark. And millions of people who have never experienced a major earthquake would be forced to confront, without preparation, one of the most violent natural forces on the planet. History has already shown us what this fault can do with 19th century towns and wooden structures. Now imagine the same force unleashed beneath modern America. The ground beneath your feet is not as stable as it seems. The world we walk on every day is shaped by invisible forces that never stop moving, never stop building, never stop preparing for release. If you want to truly understand the hidden forces shaping our planet, the dangers beneath our feet, and the geological threats that could alter civilization overnight, subscribe now. Because awareness is not just knowledge, it is protection. And history has already warned us what happens when the Earth decides to move again.